Hey guys, it's Mommy Tang. Part 1, I will be sharing with you how I make them. Part 2, next video, I will be sharing with you how I marinate these to make perfect kimchi, almost like a kimchi, I don't know, side dish. It's not kimchi, but it has like that kimchi, that kick. You know when you eat something, you eat kimchi, it's like it freshens your mouth. Same with this. So in order to get there, you have to make this. So I will be sharing that with you today.
These are Korean pickles. You could actually use regular pickles.
Something like this will work too. They are Kirby pickle. However, these salad pickles that you see, they are just way too big.
To actually make this, but these pickles only come out in the summer. If you go to a Korean market, they only come out for like, I don't know, a good month or so. It's month of July they would come out. And the reason we use this is because they're very dense and the seeds are not big. They're very, I guess, small. Koreans use this to make kimchi or pickle. Okay, so you want to put them in a pot like this or any, container you have. Just, I guess, metal, because you will pour the hot water into the pickle. But all you have to do is just pretty much kind of clean them off. Some people clean it off with salt and whatever, but I don't. Just, I just use them. I also usually make more than this. I have about 10 here. Usually I make, I don't know, like 20 to 30 because they actually last for whole, whole summer. There's so many recipes to this. But anyways, so just to show you guys, I'm going to be making 10, okay? High heat. I have water here. Sorry, my pot is a little, not dirty, but you know what I mean? I have like burn marks, whatever. And I'm just going to put salt in there. Yeah, it seems like a lot of salt, but remember, we are pickling this, we're not going to eat the water here, so we're just going to use the pickle. I have about,
Mom, are we going there today?
half cup, I guess. So.
I forgot to mention, please use sea salt for this recipe. It's important that you use natural, coarse sea salt. Sorry if you can't hear me. My kids are going crazy right now.
So when you taste the salt water, it should be like really salty but not bitter. It has to be pretty salty, because if it's not salty enough, it's gonna make pickle, I guess, like mushy. We don't want that. You want it to be like crispy and, really like chewy kind of. So all you have to do is just boil it just like you would boil water. That's it. Okay, so I do this pretty much on top of the stove only because you have to let this actually sit on a surface till they cool down. It just for the safety and all. I just do it in the another boiling water. All you're gonna do is just pour the water, yes, hot water on the pickles. Pour it. That's it, pretty much. Okay, so you'd be like, okay, some of my pickle just won't go in, but it's okay because hours when you come back, this will shrink in size and they will be all kind of like shriveled up kind of thing. So you can toss them over to make the ones in the bottom go on the top, and then make the top one go on the bottom. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll show you later. So that's all you have to do, and just let it cool. Okay, so it's been, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, and it has cooled down a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bottom ones on the top, and the one that we're sitting on the top, which is like this one, I'm gonna put it on the bottom. See if I can do it. It's still hot. Change them around so they actually all kind of, soak up the hot water a little bit. You don't want to break them, see? Okay, so you want to leave this pickle in this container for, I don't know, like a half a day, or even, if you did it at night,
even till the next day, next morning. And then you're gonna transfer them over to a jar. But before you do that, because it'll be hard for you to put them in the jar right now because they're still hard, you know what I mean? So they have to soak up salt, and the hot water, it's gonna make them really small and flimsy, so it'll be easier for you to put them in a jar. But the important thing here now is that they have to stay submerged in the, is that the right word even? In the water. If they're floating on the top of the water, they are going to get moldy and they are not going to be good. The best thing for you to do is just get like a plate, or even you could use, I don't know, like a jar, or you know what I mean, use something heavy. I don't know, my mom like uses rock. I have some, but I don't know, I can't find it right now. But you could use anything heavy, like a bowl or whatever, and then put it down. Make sure they're like, you know what I mean, all the way in the water. Do not cover. Just store them this way. The most important step for all this is this right now. When the water is still warm, you'll be like, okay, it's done. Let's transfer them over to a jar. If you do that, they're gonna come out very mushy. So if you want them like really crispy and chewy, and you know what I mean, that texture that you're looking for, you have to make sure that the water here is cooled off completely before you put them in a jar. So it's like I said, it's about 4 o'clock now. I'm gonna wait till actually tomorrow morning, and then when they're completely like room temperature, the water, I'm gonna transfer them over, and that's how I'm gonna store them for a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. But you could start eating them, I guess, in a couple of days or 3-4 days.
Hey guys, so I just woke up, and the first thing I came down to my kitchen and I'm checking to see if the pickle is ready to be jarred. I guess, I don't even know if that's the right word, but look at that. See, they're nice and yellow and they have shrunk, and look how flimsy they are. See, it's like you could bend it halfway and they won't even break. And there's a lot more water than how it was yesterday. See how it's that? So it's like ready to be jarred. So all you have to do is just get a clean jar and just dump the pickle in there.
Let me wash my hands.
Dump the water into the jar. And you have to make sure the pickle is all the way in. Okay, and if they're sticking out a little bit, what you need to do is kind of cup or anything that will fit like in the bottle. I have this like marble cup that I got from a long time ago. And then just make sure that you press it down so the pickle is all the way in. See that? All the way in. And that's all you have to do. So now you're going to put the lid on and just place it somewhere in your house for a couple days, and then the water will turn somewhat like whitish.
My mom forgot to mention that after 2 days, leave it in the refrigerator.
Okay guys, so I just want to show you the difference between the one I just made, and I made this about a month ago. See, this is all cloudy and it's normal, and then you might see this white stuff floating around on the top, but you're not gonna eat that. You're just gonna wash the pickle off anyways, but it's safe, you know what I mean? So the pickle here now is ready, and when you see white spots like that, you're just gonna go over the sink and just wash it off really good, and then let me show you what you could do with it. Okay, rinse it off real good. Okay, so you're gonna have like just a cold water, clean cold water handy. The reason we're doing this is because, do you remember it was really salty and you don't want to eat all that salt, you know what I mean? So you want to get some salt off. So you're gonna just slice it very thin, like so. And as we do this, at the same time, we're gonna just dump it into the cold water just to get the salt off. If you like your pickle a little salty, and if you don't mind the sodium content, then you don't have to do that, I guess. But I always do this just because I don't want to eat too much salt.
I like this one.
Yeah. And then next, I'm just gonna garnish the dish with some scallions. You don't have to do this really,
But you know, if you have a guest or you just want to be a little, if you want a little fancy, then you could just cut them really like that, and then put them aside. This is how you're going to garnish the dish. You're just gonna get a pretty plate like so, and you're gonna get the pickle, right? And then you're gonna add some ice on the top. Crushed ice is probably better just for the, you know, the look of it, I guess. You're gonna add some water all the way to the top, and then garnish with some green onions, scallions, with some toasted sesame seed. This is very optional, you don't have to, but if you do, it just looks pretty. This is what it looks like, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how you could enjoy them. I have some brown rice here, regular short grain brown rice with sweet brown rice, short grain with some barley, and I cooked it over the pressure cooker. So this is, you know, you definitely don't want to just eat this alone because it's salty. You know, this is like a side dish. You know, like a lot of times when you're on high carb, low fat diet and you're eating potatoes and rice and you don't know what you could eat with, this is a perfect dish because you could, you know, it'll just bring up the flavor, and it's so clean. There's nothing but pickles, salt, and water, right? Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
Everyone get some rice. Eat first the rice.
Mommy, can you give me a big bite? My lips. Can you give me a big bite? Mommy, can you give me a big bite? Give me that one.
Oh my gosh. I have no idea why these girls right here want to eat my food. They're saying, like little birdies. Alright, you want some too, Kayla? Recipe, I will show you how to make side dish that actually like mimics, like remember I told you kimchi? But seriously, this, eating it like this alone, it's amazing. It's amazing, like it's so refreshing, and it does not taste like the pickle that you buy from the dill pickle. It doesn't taste like that. You guys to listen how crunchy this is, look. It's so crunchy, and there's not much to it, but the little sesame seeds with the scallions, it's so good. Definitely try it, guys. What are you eating, puppy? You like that? Is it good? Yum, 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 yum. Have some rice too. Rice. No, you eat it. You eat it. Good girl. Yeah. I love you.